It is Wednesday, July 13th, 2011, and this is Dabu 7. And this video will serve as a bookmark in reference to future dates and alignments of Elenin and the effects that it has on planet Earth and our solar system. Now I want to start off here with a clip from the Pioneer probe from 1983 that discovered a dead star that was 50 billion miles away and incoming. And if you do your research, you will find other articles that show of bodies being found, or a body being found in the 80s. And there is a lot of mysticism, and people want to relate this comet with the blue and red Kachinas. They want to relate it to Bible prophecy, and they want to relate it to a brown dwarf, a binary brown dwarf, which is very, very possible to exist. Now, NASA seems to not be putting out any information to help clarify this, and they're very vague in what they're saying about this comet, as they were on top of Halley's Comet, Hale-Bopp, many other comets, and just seem to want to keep the people guessing. Now this is an image from SkyMap that shows where Comet Elenin was in 2007. And with the infrared on, you see this next to it. And this goes on with all the places that are blacked out in Google Sky, Worldwide Telescope, and so forth. And where Comet Elenin should be, they find a brown dwarf, which NASA's not speaking on no more. It's what they're not speaking on that should concern you. And here's a chart, and feel free to come back and look at this chart that charts out the path of Comet Elenin. We're also going to be looking at stereo A and B, and keep in mind that the SOHO stays in position between the Sun and Earth at all times. As the Earth travels, it stays in the middle of the Sun and the Earth. So at some point, SOHO will pick up this comet when it comes in, as well as stereo A and B. Now this is the positioning of how stereo A and B go around the Sun, as well as the Earth and the other planets. This is one of the latest photos of Elenin, as all these photos of Elenin seem to vary. And this was out of Australia from June 28th. As you can see, photo after photo looks different. And this odd photo that was released of these other bodies around it, you have to look at what other governments in other countries are saying about this object, as well as Russia, China, and making comments is that it is intelligently controlled. Okay, it seems to me that NASA could very easily clarify and put to rest any confusion, but they don't. They shut down the buzz room and so forth, and we're left with only a handful of photos of Comet Elenin. If you Google it, Google new pictures of Comet Elenin, and you're going to get these that I'm showing you. Nothing more. Now, as we look at this, I want to show you, as Elenin comes in, and around August 2nd and 3rd, it's going to cross Earth's orbit. And at this point, stereo A ahead should be able to pick up Elenin. As Elenin rises all the way through the end of August. And at this point, stereo B should be catching Elenin as it rises even further on the ecliptic plane as it approaches its perigee position. So stereo A and B should, one of the two, pick up Elenin, as well as Soho, from September 13th on. Now keep that in mind and see what happens with NASA and see what happens with stereo A, stereo B, and Soho. And keep in mind that they have photos and pictures of the deepest galaxies and stars so far away, but they cannot supply you with any fresh proof of Elenin and what it is, its mass, or anything further as of the moment. Now this is from July 7th. If you do your research on Elenin into the past, a lot of the big earthquakes that have happened have coincided with alignments with Elenin, and this is what has caught the attention of a lot of astronomers, a lot of scientists, but not NASA. And here we go with the alignments, as on August 2nd it will begin to cross the Earth's orbit. And at this point, you should know by the beginning of August, the comet Elenin is very close. Very close. August 16th is a key day for alignments with Elenin. For we have a triangulation between the Earth, Mercury, the Sun, Venus, and Elenin on August 16th into the 17th, as the Earth, Mercury, Sun, and Venus align. So August 16th and 17th are key days. Bookmark this video, save it, download it, in case they delete me off YouTube, which is very possible, as they're knocking the people that I work with and my friends off YouTube left and right. Save this. As it comes in to Venus's orbit and then comes closest to the Sun on September 11th. You got to look at the coincidences, so to speak, here. And on the 13th, it rises above the ecliptic, to where it should be clearly visible for all of us. Now, on September 22nd, there is an alignment between Venus, Elenin, and Earth. And from this point on, it should get very interesting. Either we will have a great show in the sky from Elenin and Honda and the other comets that are going to be converging around the same time into October. And on September 26th, Elenin will be between the Earth and the Sun. And this is where the Soho pics should be amazing. September 28th, we have an alignment between Earth, Mercury, and the Sun, with Elenin right up in the mix there. So around this time is another key date and another key alignment to watch and to bookmark and to come back and look and see what effects it has had on this planet. October 15th, Mars, Elenin, and Earth align. And on the 16th, Elenin is at its closest to Earth. Now on October 26th, we have Venus, Mercury, and Elenin aligning, as well as the Sun, Earth, and Jupiter aligning. November 10th, Venus, Mercury, Earth, and Elenin align. November 21st, the Sun, Earth, and Elenin align for the last time before it heads on out into space, as well as Jupiter, Elenin, and Saturn. You will also see a slight alignment between Venus, Mercury, and Earth here. So November 21st will be key as well. In January 30th, we have an alignment between Saturn, Earth, and Jupiter as Elenin heads back into space. February 2nd, Mars, Earth, and Venus align. February 16th, the Sun, Venus, and Elenin align. June 4th, the Earth, Venus, Mercury, and Elenin will be aligned. In June 18th of next year, Earth, Sun, and Elenin will align again. So, if comet Elenin is a comet, that's great. It's what may come behind it, because the Atlanteans, the ancient Greeks, the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Inca of Machu Picchu, the Hopi, the Cherokee, and many other Indian tribes of North America all spoke of a cosmic demon, a dragon of the heavens, that came through and brought destruction, as well as the ancient Chinese, the Norse of ancient Europe, all the Mid-Eastern cultures, the Babylonians, the Sumerians. They all spoke of another planet, and they all spoke of a comet that came, and when that comet came, behind it came destruction. Now, I don't know about you, but unlike NASA, unlike the politicians that we deal with today, these people, ancient history, had no right in mind to lie to me. And what they say is another body came, following a comet, and destroyed this planet. Our buildings today will not stand a chance. They'll be gone within 100 years of a flood, within 10, as they find warm coral reefs by the polar caps, as the ice melts. And you look at how small we really are. And they find mammoths with fresh flowers in their mouth that were frozen in time. Pole shift. Ladies and gentlemen, it's happened. Awaken. Remember how small we are. God bless you guys. Until next time. This has been Dabu 7.